I have really taken a punch until you kind of come out of it and you're like, I was depressed. This is a beacon of hope in a cup. Good morning, guys. So I'm really excited about today's video because I was originally going to post like a work week in the life video, but as I got ready to like edit, I just like, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't really excited to edit or like post about it. And honestly, it's because like I don't really want to promote like the hustle and the grind of work. Like honestly, like that's what makes me really stressed, really anxious, has caused some health problems with me like last fall. And so I was just kind of sitting there and I was like, I don't want this to be my channel. I don't really want to like promote something that I don't really even believe in. I feel like there was definitely a time in my life where I definitely thought like, you know, working a ton and kind of getting where you need to go was like the move, like that's what you should do or you're supposed to do. I don't know, I don't really think that anymore, especially after like the health problems that I've had. But like what I do want to promote is morning walks and peaceful things in your routine. So today is really like my first day of trying to implement a new morning routine and something that just kind of like sets me up for the day and just gives me some time to like have my morning devotions and walk Heidi. So I have been going on these morning walks with her that tend to be a little bit longer, and it's been like really good for me. And it's a time that I have started just kind of like praying on my walks and just being silent in the morning when I go to walk her. And so that's why I wanted to film this on my walk, because like this is the type of stuff that I do want to promote. I don't want to promote a really stressful, busy lifestyle. That's something that I'm trying to personally like stray away from myself and implement some better like self-care. So that is what I'm posting today. And then I also wanted to just include a little health update. So I'll talk about that a little bit more later, but I have been feeling a little bit better. I've reintroduced coffee. In my work week in the life video, I did film me reintroducing coffee, so I might insert those clips anyways because that's kind of fun. Oh my gosh. I'm pulling into Dunkin' Donuts for the first time in months. This is a day. This is a big day, people. It's my turn. Look at what I have in my hand. Oh my gosh, I could cry that I'm drinking this right now. Like, it probably sounds so dumb, but like I have not had anything like this in so long because of my health and because of my diet. Like, this is a little ray of hope for me, okay? This is a beacon of hope in a cup, okay? Oh my gosh, best day ever. I am going to be bouncing off the literal freaking walls tonight because I have not had caffeine, coffee, sugar, or anything in months. And I feel like I can already feel it kicking in. I'm jazzed. So yeah, I'll just give y'all some updates a little bit later too, and maybe sit down and explain some stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna finish walking Heidi and then I will probably make a protein shake. I've got an appointment a little bit later, and so I'll probably grab some coffee after the appointment. I'm currently waiting for some of my like healthier coffee to come in the mail. So I'll probably grab coffee out today. I don't drink coffee every day. I'll fill you in on all that stuff, but so yeah, that's it. All right, guys, so I am headed to my appointment. I have to be there in 10 minutes, but it's like right down the road, so it's okay. All right, so I'm out of my appointment. That was actually a physical therapy appointment. Sometimes I literally like start to get, like if I get overwhelmed, I'm just like, oh my gosh, my body's falling apart. And I feel like I've been so healthy for so long and like didn't have many problems like in college or high school or anything. And then the past year and a half has like rocked my world. But I know I've been talking about morning routine today in this video, and a lot of the physical therapy stretches, she just gave me some stuff to do. And in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I already have like a list of like, I think I'm up to taking like 16 vitamins or supplements a day that are like capsule forms. And then there's like 3 different powder form supplements that I'm on for all of my like internal stuff and my kidneys and my, you know, detoxes and skin and all these different things already that I have to keep up with every single day for all my supplements. I have like a long printout sheet to like keep track of everything that I have to do in a day. And then she just gave me 7 exercises and like stretches and different things to do, and I try to work out during the day, and I typically cook fresh lunches and dinners every day. So I might have to add stretching into my morning routine so that I'm not bombarded in the afternoon, because in the afternoons I want to spend time with Ryan. I need to cook dinner. I'd like to work out, have some downtime and actual like peaceful time at night as well. So I definitely need a routine and need to start getting into a habit of like a solid morning routine and an afternoon routine. I think that is what will be like my saving grace, is just getting into a routine. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go grab a coffee. I might try something new today if they can make it dairy-free with like oat milk. I'm assuming they could, but last time I asked, they sounded confused when I asked about it, so we'll see. But I'm gonna go get a little bit of coffee and then go back to work. Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to insert in this video a little update about my health and how things are going with that. So the past 3 videos that I've posted were actually filmed in like March and April, and then work got really busy and I ended up working a lot more than I thought I was going to be, and working like late into the afternoons towards like 8 o'clock, you know, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I was still working Monday through Friday, and then I worked all day Saturdays during the month of April and May. So I just didn't have as much time to edit and post like I wanted to. So the last 3 videos that I've posted, they were actually filmed earlier this year. I think during my What I Eat in a Week video that I recently posted. At that time in March, I had only been doing it for about 3 weeks. But in real time, as of June 2021, I have actually been doing food rotations now for 4 months. And I have reintroduced coffee, like I said earlier. That is about the only thing that I've like reintroduced. That's something like exciting, I guess. So I still don't really have sugar. I only really have sugar if it's in my coffee. So I don't have coffee every day. I'm still being careful about my coffee intake just for stress, and it can cause anxiety, and you know, it's not always the best for your adrenal glands, and I do have some issues with my adrenals. So it's not best for me and how I'm built and the things I'm working through. It's not the best idea for me to have coffee every day. So it's more of a treat, it's more of a reward. But I have started to reintroduce that, which has been so exciting for me, and it hasn't caused any irritation. It hasn't caused like any like breathing problems, and that has been like the biggest milestone for me and has been really exciting. I know it sounds so simple of like, yeah, you can have coffee, but like for me, that's really, really huge. And it's like the one thing that I just like really enjoy like in my diet. So you will see that like I do drink coffee now in my videos. So I know like recently I posted that I wasn't having sugar, but that was also like back in March. So I have reintroduced sugar and coffee, I've had like a teeny bit of chocolate here and there, but I have had some sensitivity to chocolate specifically. So I'm still not really eating any other sugar besides sugar that's in my coffee. And then going back towards the topic of stress and like work life, I know I mentioned earlier this morning that I didn't want to post a work week in the life video because that's just really not where my life is at. Like, I am not really into that. And I don't want to ever promote the stress and promote like hustling and like pushing yourself too far. I have really taken a punch from being overworked and working too much and not managing my stress, not figuring out how to manage stress well. And it has really put me through the ringer, but I've had to look at myself and be like, is it worth it? And for me, the answer is no. I'm trying my best to figure out how to set boundaries and like set those in place so I take care of myself and my health, because for me, like, that is top priority. That's also like the message I want to share on this channel, is like how valuable you all are, and your health matters, and you matter, and your mental health matters. I mean, just full disclosure, since I have been going through just one health thing after another, I know I haven't really talked much about my skin or my acne journey. I would love to touch on that at some point, but you know, my face isn't necessarily very clear, and a lot of this is actually scarring. So it has been getting a little bit better, and I'll talk about that in a second, but you know, it's not completely there yet, and my skin's a really big insecurity for me. So I haven't touched on my acne journey as much as I have kind of the food journey, food sensitivities, the gut problems, all of that. But as you know, probably if you've watched any of my other videos, I have talked about counseling, and I've gone to counseling for a while and seen the same counselor for a while. And we definitely did talk about depression and how she felt like, you know, I was kind of in a depressive season. And she had mentioned, I can't remember the exact month range she said, but she was like, it is pretty common to have like depressive episodes, kind of where you go through a season of like, I want to say she said 7 to 9 months, don't quote me on that, but my really, really hard period was about 7 to 8 months. Like, when I said I felt low, I felt pretty low. Earlier this year, January, February, I was pretty down. And I know I've talked about like how I would wake up in the morning and just like not want to eat. And like, that was hard. Like, and I like that was really tough. And I felt like I woke up every morning and I was like, ugh, like I just dreaded having to get out of bed, having to eat, having to figure out my meals. Like, it was really, really difficult, and it was a really hard season, and I feel like you don't realize what you're in until you kind of come out of it and you're like, I was depressed. And looking back at it, yeah, like, it's June now, but April and like most of May, you know, March, April, May, I was still in it. You know, I was still definitely down. I think I finally started kind of coming out of that at like the very end of May, and this month of June. I have started to feel better mentally and better physically, and I think they go hand in hand for me. Like, me taking care of my physical body and making sure that it's getting rest and that it's being taken care of and it's getting the supplements and nutrients that it needs has helped my mental state. Because it's like I feel better, and that makes me excited. Like, I'm so thankful that I've been feeling better. I still have my issues. I still have my days where I don't feel great, but they're getting less, which, like, I'm trying not to cry about it because, like, that's how excited I am. But yeah, for me, they go hand in hand. Like, that was another reason why I didn't want to promote the work and the stress, because that took a big toll on my mental health as well. So that's another reason why it's like I am a big advocate now, having gone what I've gone through recently, like big advocate for mental health and resting and like really listening to your body and your emotions, you know, spiritually, physically, mentally, like really listening to yourself and understanding what you need and really like taking that time for yourself and slowing down. And for me, again, it's like I realized it wasn't worth it. Like, the stress is not worth it. The work, the job, like, it's not worth it to me at all if my mental health struggles, if my relationships with friends or family or Ryan or anything struggles, if like spiritually I'm struggling, or I don't feel connected to God, or I don't have my time for like devotions or prayer or anything like that. If that's what I'm giving up, then like I don't want it. And I don't want to promote that either, of like the go and the stress. That is something that I personally am really trying to work on and set boundaries as well. So that's another reason why I just like didn't want to post a video. But having enough sleep and just getting rest and walking your dog, get a dog. I'm giving you permission, maybe go get a dog, you know, maybe that would help. That way you can take it on morning walks and lunch walks and dinner walks. Maybe that would be a great idea for you. Because like even just like getting in the habit of walking a lot more often outside, getting outside with my dog has like been a good mood lifter for me. And then I also want to touch on kind of my health journey. I know I mentioned that I'm on like a ton of supplements, and it's true. I am on a bunch of things. So in February, when I first started seeing my naturopath, two of the biggest things that we found that were issues were I had a ton of heavy metal toxins in my body, which can wreak havoc on inflammation and your immune system and all kinds of stuff. And then my kidneys weren't really functioning well. And your body has a lot of different detox pathways. And for instance, your kidneys typically detox heavy metals. And so my kidneys aren't really functioning. And then I had a bunch of heavy metals. So my kidneys weren't really getting rid of those. So I want to explain kind of how my process has been going with my naturopath. So I saw her first in February, did a bunch of testing, found all the toxins, kidney problems, all that stuff. She gave me like one round of supplements to try and a routine and a schedule of like when to take them and what to take and all that. And I had some reactions to some of the like homeopathic drops, and some of those drops were for my kidneys. And I was not allowed to start detoxing for heavy metals until my kidneys were ready and my kidneys could handle detoxing, because if they're not functioning and you don't give your kidneys any support to start detoxing, then taking a heavy metal detox might like really affect me. Like there was a chance that I could start to feel pretty lousy if my kidneys weren't functioning properly to help detox. So the drops that I was reacting to and like did not sit well with my body, those were for my kidneys, and I just was not able to be on them. I just like couldn't handle the kidney supplements that were in drop form. So I went like 6 weeks without ever being able to detox the heavy metals. So I had a follow-up appointment, and I was like, hey, like these certain drops I think I'm reacting to. So then we kind of rearranged my supplements and we tried it again. We tried some new things, and once again there were some like drops. Whatever it is about drops or any supplements or homeopathics or herbal type things that are in drop form, I don't know why, but those would kind of flare up my asthma. So once again, it's like I went like 5-6 weeks trying to be on my second round of supplements and see if that round worked. And then back in May, I think I went again, and I was like, look, I can't be on any of these drops. And I was never able to be on kidney supplements or anything long enough to where I was allowed to start the heavy metal detox. It's like we really needed to prep my body to be prepared for the heavy metal. So we knew about the heavy metals in February, but we just could not get my body there until May. And during this time I was getting really discouraged because I was like, I still don't feel great. Like, still reacting to foods. I'm doing all these food rotations. I'm cutting out all these things in my diet. Like, this is horrible. Why don't I feel better? So my third appointment with her, I was like, look, I don't want any drops. I only want capsules and I only want powders. Like, I was like, I'm done with trying drops because for whatever reason, they do not work for me. So our third round, my third appointment with them, she was like, all right, so we did a different kidney supplement, you know, different detox things to open like the detox pathways, and there were no drops in it. So as of like end of April, the whole month of May, I was like finally able to be on every single supplement. So towards the end of May, I was finally able to start taking the heavy metal detox supplement that ideally I would have been on since February, but my body just like couldn't get there. So I started to notice when I first started introducing that heavy metal detox, my acne got a little bit worse. Felt like this was kind of flaring up. But back in February during my first appointment, I was like, hey, acne's a concern, asthma's a concern, you know, can you help me with these things? She had said, based on the toxins that were in my body, there was a really good chance that my body was trying to detox through my skin. You know, there's only so many ways that your body can get rid of detoxes, you know, urine, sweat, your pores, you know. So she was like, getting rid of these toxins, that might be your issue with your acne. So once I started the heavy metal detox, a couple weeks in, I saw that this was getting a little worse. But then I think once I hit like the 3 and 4 week mark of being on that detox, my acne started to kind of get a little bit better. And then I felt like I was having more and more good days where my asthma and my chest just like wasn't bothering me as much. I wasn't reacting to as many foods. So in the beginning, I was reacting to a new food almost like 4 times a week. There was like, I was constantly having to like try new things and take certain things out of my diet and add certain things back in because I was reacting so often to new things every single week for a couple months. I still have had some reactions, but it's been like maybe once every couple weeks, something might irritate me. And it's like kind of going down, which is like mind blowing. But I think the heavy metal detox is what is like doing the trick. So I will definitely keep you guys updated with that. But right now, I think that is really what has been the game changer. So that's kind of the update with where I am in real time as of June. I have reintroduced coffee. My naturopath also did say that I could start to slowly eat like leftovers here and there and not have to be as strict with my food rotations and eat maybe the same thing 2 days in a row. So that's also been like really exciting. But yeah, I really wanted to just come on here real quick, give you guys an update about health. And I've got a lot of content that I'm excited about, a lot more like food and health and wellness stuff coming up. So I'm really excited. I also have some travel vlogs coming up, which are going to be so fun. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you guys for following along on my journey. If you've been watching my videos, I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to keep following along, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you in my next video, which is going to be a travel video, a little beach vlog. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.